Hello and welcome to our Daily Dose, brought to you by Taylor's Holistic Approach Ministries, a ministry that is focused on gut health and the Word of God. My name is Jetty Taylor Robinson. I am a health coach. I am the owner and steward for Taylor's Holistic Approach Ministries. So welcome to What's the Herb? Thursday. So today we're going to talk about herbs, but because of the historical day we had yesterday, I hope you got the message that I wouldn't be doing a live because I was posted to the screen, and I'm sure a lot of you were posted to the screen watching this historical event that happened on yesterday. So today we're going to backtrack a little bit and talk about hydration, talk about water. But I posted the sermon from Dr. Marcus Cosby about his sermon subject was Let's Go. Good morning, Miss Nina. So if you haven't gotten the opportunity to view the word from yesterday with Dr. Cosby, be sure and get your blessing today, because it was an awesome word. His sermon subject was Let's Go. So today we're going to just go over water. So we've been talking about how important water is to our bodies, how we should stay hydrated. We talked about consuming just plain water. We've talked about consuming infused water with fruit and veggies and herbs. We've talked about hydrating foods. So we want to go over that a little bit, and then we're going to go for the Thursday with the herbs. So just to review and just to really reiterate how important water is, because a lot of people are like, I just don't drink a lot of water, or I don't like water. I want to tell you how much water our body contains. So the skin itself is 64% water. The bones, 31% water. Hi Phyllis, hi Sissy. The brains and heart contain 73% water, lungs 83% water, and kidneys and muscle contain 79% water. So imagine all of those organs not getting the appropriate amount of water, not getting the water that they need on a regular basis when they contain so much water. They're supposed to contain so much water. So it's just super important that we keep our water levels the way they should be. Our bodies are in constant flow because, you know, the water also helps our blood flow, and the blood brings oxygen and life to the body. Another good reason to make sure that you drink a lot of water. It's like when we don't drink enough water, it's like our organs could be like fish out of water, because that's what they need. They need that hydration. We talked about fruits and vegetables, such as citrus fruits, watermelon, cucumbers. We talked about tomatoes and bell peppers and celery, all being hydrated foods. Phyllis said the computer doesn't like me. I couldn't find it. Well, I'm glad you're here now. But all of these wonderful foods that, you know, if we're not, you know, if we're building up to how much water that we think we should drink, at least, you know, get these hydrating foods in there, and they will also help with your hydrating your body. Another good thing is coconut water. Coconut water is not only hydrating, but it has a lot of healing properties that contains in the coconut water. So we discussed that there's, you know, different people say, oh, you should drink this amount of water or that amount of water. And we just want to really emphasize that everybody is different. So, and we talked about the different variations, how your activity level determines how much water that you should intake, your age, man versus woman, your weight, your height, the environment you live in. Do you live in a tropical or climate, or do you live in somewhere where it's cold and it's damp? What's your diet like? You know, how much, you know, water you intake would also affect, you know, it's like, are your is your diet dry? Do you eat a lot of salty foods? Do you eat a lot of sugary foods? Different things are what kind of diet are you on your keto diet, paleo diet, all of that you should take into consideration with your hydration. We talked about the temperature. Does the temperature of water really matter? Whether it's warm, whether it's room temperature, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, does it really have any kind of benefits either way? And we talked about the benefits of, yes, they have benefits in both ways. With warm water, if you drink warm water in the morning, it helps to activate your digestive system, and it could help with indigestion. It also, warm water helps with detoxification, helping that natural state of detoxification flow through our bodies. It can remedy skin disorders, acne, by helping your body flush out the toxins and stuff that we come in contact with. It enhances blood flow to the intestines, which can relieve constipation. So if you're bothered with constipation, try drinking, some warm water. Drinking before bedtime can help relax you. And I tried this because a couple of times I was trying to go to sleep and I was kind of like tossing and turning and couldn't really get into that relaxed state. And so I went and I got a cup of water and I, warmed it up and I drank it, and it did really help me relax into that sleep that I needed. Let's talk about cold water. Cold water helps reduce your body temperature. So if you're if you're working extra hard, or if you're working out, whatever you do, if you drink cold water, it helps to bring your body temperature down. On hot days, the body absorbs cold water better than it does on a colder day. It's suggested that cold water should not be drank immediately after a meal. So I know a lot of times people drink water with the meal, or sometimes they wait until after they finish eating. So it is suggested that you wait because it hinders the digestion process when you drink cold water right after you eat. Okay, drinking or placing your body in cold water helps to boost your metabolism. So if you want, like cold showers, or some people can take cold baths, I can't, then it helps you boost your metabolism, thus, helps you with weight loss. So there's many types of water options as far as just label, like brands. There's many brands of water out there. Some, they have different tastes, some of them. And so, but today we want to talk about sparkling water, flavored waters, salsas, different things like that. People have been asking, are they good for you? And so what I've learned is, and especially with health, you can find a paper or research, a study that can support whatever a person is saying. So that's why it's so important that we're in tune with our bodies. If something is natural, it's okay to, experiment and try it, but just really try to make notes and pay attention to how your body reacts to it. One thing that I noticed, that the brand Hint, it's a flavored water. It's supposed to be like the best if you're going to drink it, but really not, drink it regularly, just moderation. There's other different kinds of flavored waters and salsas and stuff. And so you just want to, like I said, read the label. Some of them say sugar-free. That's easy to say, but what other form of, if it's sweet, there's some kind of artificial sweetener or some kind of something in there. Sometimes people say, okay, we sweeten it with stevia, which is some natural occurring sweetener. But with anything that is like that, you just really want to be careful. Like I always promoting, God's thing is the best. He made the water that we need to drink, and he made the, you know, if you want flavor in it, he made the herbs and the herbs and sometimes spices, and the fruit and the veggies to throw off in there to give it their natural flavors and to give it those health benefits also. But if you want something, you know, you sometimes you feel like you want something acidic. They were saying that it's not really, another reason it's not good to drink it on a regular basis, because it's not good for your teeth. It's not good for your teeth because of the acidity sometimes in the carbonation. It works on your enamel. Good morning, Maya. So they said it's not good to drink it on a consistent basis. Sometimes people, like, you know, they don't drink soda, but they kind of bridge it over with, you know, the flavored water or carbonated water and things, something like that. So, you know, they said that's fine. It's still hydrating, but just watch the ingredients to see if, you know, some kind of added sugar is in there, or sometimes it's, you know, they have sodium sometimes. So you just have to really watch the ingredients and watch the thing that they say, like natural flavors. I don't know what that is. And so it's been said that it's a way that they could hide stuff that's, you know, that's not natural, because the FDA doesn't regulate the descriptions. So they can put natural on anything, natural flavors, natural additives and preservatives, but they don't have to like really break that down to tell you what it is. So just know that if they say natural, it doesn't really necessarily mean that it's natural, like from the earth natural. It could be from a lab natural. So we just want to be mindful of that. Okay, so that's what I have, I think, for water, as far as you know, the importance of hydration and the different ways we can hydrate with water. So if you are a person that does, you know, these flavored waters, or even they have these little Mio and other little, I think Walmart has their brand where you squirt the stuff in the water to flavor the water. Just, you know, like I said, just read the label and watch out for the artificial sweeteners. And just, you know, if you want to do it in moderation. Another good drink that I've kind of substituted for, like, because I haven't drank sodas in a while, but I really am a fan of kombucha. Kombucha is a fermented tea, and it has that sizzle like the salsa or the soda or whatever. They come in different flavors, different brands. You have to find the brand that's right for you. But it comes with a warning label because it's fermented tea. So that fermentation, when it gets into your gut, it could cause bubbling, it could cause gas, bloating. So what you want to do is, if you want to try kombucha, decide, you know, what flavor you want. I'll do a thing on Friday on kombucha and let you see different flavors and the kind that I drink. But you need to start off slow and maybe have like 1 or 2 swallows, and then put the cap back on and put it in the refrigerator, and do that, you know, like for a week, just on a daily basis. Just take 1 or 2 swallows. And then, because it has probiotics, and so it's good for your gut, good gut bacteria, and you're getting that nutrition that you need and everything. But you just have to take it slow until, you know, your gut gets used to it. Okay, so we're going to move on to what's the herb. So the herb for this week is ginger. So a lot of these spices, herbs, roots, you know, they all like fall under like different categories for the same thing. And so I was wondering, like, it's a ginger, it's a root, okay, and then they have it in the spice section, but then they have it as an herb. So it says that Ginger is listed as an herb in culinary spaces, in recipes and stuff, and then some call dried ginger powder a spice. So either way, it's good, it's wholesome, it's good for you. So we're going to talk about the benefits of ginger today. Okay, so ginger improves circulation to help nutrients and oxygens flow through your body. So with water and with ginger, both of them are good for circulation. It's anti-inflammatory, which is another property that most of these herbs and spices have. So it helps to relieve pain associated with inflammation. So we know when we have inflammation, it causes stress on our body, it causes pain. And so ginger is something that can help you relieve it because of the anti-inflammatory properties. It relaxes your muscles and prevents cramps. They were saying that that study was done, and it's all kind of muscle cramps, whether it's cramp after you work out or anything like that. But they said it helps menstrual cramps. So they did a study with some women who took ginger, and what they found out that it helped them with the cramps, but it also helps them with heavy blood flow, not to flow so heavily during your menstrual cycle. So it helps with nausea. It helps, so I know I've done, like, anytime I have like an upset stomach or I don't feel well as far as like my, stomach related, then I'll do like ginger tea. So it helps with nausea. It also, they said it helps with like people who have motion sickness. Like a lot of times people can't ride in cars or they can't ride in planes. Well, they said ginger will help that too. It helps your immune system. Ginger comes in several ways. So ginger comes raw, dried, pickled, preserved, crystallized, and ground, and they even have ginger oil. And so all of these have their different usage and benefits. So with the dried ginger, like a powder, you use it in recipes. With pickled ginger, they said sometimes if you go to a restaurant and they're serving something like sushi, and so if they're serving you different types of sushi, they will give you ginger because ginger cleans your palate. And so in between the taste, they give you this pickled ginger to clean your palate so that you'll be able to really enjoy and experience the taste, the flavor of the next thing that you're getting ready to eat. Okay, let's do ginger oil. It's used more for medicinal purposes because they use it like in cocktails or mocktails, just, to put it in there. Sometimes it's made of tea. We talked about before about, different things, different kinds of herbs or spices or roots that you could chop up, ground up, and you can put it in hot water and make yourself your own tea. So we went over the medical things. Ginger, we went over the palate cleaners. So that's what I have about ginger. So ginger can come in, like I said, I do ginger tea. I also, then you can do fresh ginger in recipes. If you use ginger, why don't you let me know how you use ginger. How you use ginger, whether it's in a recipe, whether it's tea, whether it's some other way. And if it's a recipe, exactly what recipe do you use ginger in? And now that you know the healing properties that it has and all the benefits that ginger carries with it, would you use it more? I know I've used like powdered ginger. I've never used fresh ginger, but I think I would like it as a tea, to just, take a few slices and put it in, pour some hot water on it and just drink it as a tea. Okay. Yes, Nina, that sermon from Dr. Cosby was like, yeah, it was good. It was excellent. So, yep, he had me going. He had me going. Okay, well, since I don't see anybody who has used ginger, try it. Go look up some recipes. Um, Oh, you had it with your matcha green tea. Ah, excellent. So, how was that for you? So, with that should be like that's an awesome drink if you're using the matcha green tea and with ginger. You should also try to add lemon because lemon has some great nutritional properties and it pairs good with other with spices and roots and stuff as far as like adding it to teas. Just Maya, they come in like there's teas that come like there's actual ginger tea that you can do. Try to get organic ginger tea, or you can just go to the store, go to the produce department, and just ask where the ginger is, and just get the fresh ginger root, wash it, and just take a 2 or 3 little slices and put it in a cup. Put it in your coffee cup or a teacup, and then pour hot water on it, and then drink it like that. Yes, Phyllis, lemon and honey is good. So for everybody who starts drinking tea, a lot of times people, I grew up using sugar in my tea, and so now that what I did was I bridged over. I stopped using sugar and I would use honey. So I would use honey in my tea. And now I would use less and less honey, and now I just drink it straight. I don't add anything. But if you're someone that needs that sweetness, and then by all means use raw honey. So use the fresh ginger, and you can add honey, you can add lemon. Cinnamon is another good thing to add to your tea because it has beneficial properties. Just like nothing like that comes out of the ground that you want to mix up with something. Nothing that comes out of the ground will be harmful to you. With herbs and spices, but I always say if you're on some kind of medication, always check with your physician, with your healthcare provider, because God's food is medicine. So you don't want to take 2 medicines that's trying to do the same thing. One's artificial, one's natural. They may have some kind of negative effect on your health. So you always want to check if you're taking certain medications, to check with, you can call your advisory nurse and ask, or a pharmacist and ask, okay, this is the medication that I'm on, but I want to start drinking this this tea, or, using this spice or this herb more, and will it interfere with the medication? Okay, anything else? Any other questions, comments? Again, this is, I'm on here daily just giving you small doses of goodness for your health, because sometimes we need things in small doses. We get overwhelmed with too much information, and then that leaves us not knowing which way to go, or trying things and then being discouraged and just kind of like, going back to the norm, which is not good. So Phyllis says, will you send the link for the sermon to yes, I will send the link to the sermon to your phone. The sermon again is by Dr. Marcus Cosby. He's the senior pastor of the Wheeler Avenue Church in Houston, Texas. And his sermon subject was, let's go. And he went. And I was inspired to go. So you should really view it, and I will definitely send it to you right away, Phyllis. Okay, may God bless and keep you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Tomorrow is Friday, and it is Frank Friday. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to bring to the table, let's talk about it. Health-wise, or, everything we do is beneficial or non-beneficial to our health. So we always want to do something good. Maya, I got a message for you tomorrow. So God bless and keep you, and continue to do something good for you each day. God bless. Love you too, Phyllis. Love you, Maya.